I want to welcome you to the show. My name is Danny Graham, and today we're going to talk about my favorite topic, which is Marvel movies. Before we get started in that conversation, I want you to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. Please leave any comments so I can get feedback so I can improve my shows. Now, before we go any further, I just want to say I thank everyone that's following my shows, try to grow my channel because I want to make it the best that it can be. I want to give a shout out to 3 people in particular, or 3 other YouTubers. Tyrone Magnus, I watch his show and enjoy everything he does. Grace Randolph, she does an excellent show. And Robert Storms. These are the 3 people that I watch and who inspired me to try to do my own show. So I hope that they continue doing good work, which I'm sure they will, and I hope that I can learn from them and improve my show. But today's topic is going to be Marvel movies. In fact, I'm going to go through all 21 Marvel movies that were made, and in my opinion, I'm going to rank them from the best to the worst. So sit back, relax, and let's enjoy the show. Coming in at 21 is Thor: The Dark World. I did not care for this movie at all. Was not impressed with the Dark Elves, the power, the ether they were trying to get. Didn't really understand that. I know it was an Infinity Stone, but I didn't like the story at all. Did not like the way it jumped from realm to realm. Didn't care. Only thing was kind of slightly interesting was when they broke the people out of Asgard prison, and Loki and Thor shared a moment when the mom got killed. Next one coming in at 20 is Iron Man 3. Did not care for this movie as well. I mean, I'm a big Iron Man fan, but the only thing that was really cool about this movie was when all the armors came out at the end to help save the president. That was really cool to see the different tech that he had designed to help this. But other than that, it was underwhelming. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. I never read this comic. It's not my cup of tea. Not a fan of Star-Lord or Groot. Really don't understand all that stuff. I went to see it because it was a Marvel movie. But again, it's just not my cup of tea. I know this is going to ruffle a few feathers. And I apologize for that, but I just did not get into this reading comic books or the movie. I'm going to echo Guardians of the Galaxy 2, same thing I said for the first one. It was a little bit better. It grabbed my attention a little bit more. But like I said, I never read this comic book. Never was a fan of the comic books. I just, in fact, saw this movie last month for the first time. And I watched it because it was a Marvel movie and I didn't want to miss anything. So that's why I watched it. Number 17 is Ant-Man. First Ant-Man. Paul Rudd is very funny. I like him as an actor. But the actual character Ant-Man, this is not true to the comics. I don't mind them changing some of the comic book material, but this movie was okay. Something I wouldn't go see twice. It was all right. Iron Man 2. This comes in at number 16. Did not like the way War Machine got his armor. Didn't like that. Didn't really care for Whiplash. They had too many plots going. Couldn't keep up with it. The scene with the different robots that Whiplash created in the final scene was pretty good, but kind of meh. Number 15 is The Incredible Hulk. They lost opportunity here, in my opinion, because I would have let the leader be the main villain, and then the Abomination maybe secondary. But I think they kind of got it reversed. The Abomination fight was pretty good, but it's just okay. Number 14 is Iron Man. This is a origin story. I like the time he had in the cave and when he created the Mach 1. And also when he finally got pissed off and made the Mach 2 and went over to that country and kicked ass. I thought that was awesome. It was the best one, in my opinion, of the Iron Mans. Because again, it's an origin story, and then also the fight with Ironmonger was good. So it's okay. Number 13 is Thor. Not really an origin story, but it showed us for the first time Asgard. It showed us Odin and the relationship Odin had with Thor and Loki and the Warriors 3. I like Asgard, the visual effects. The first fight he had in the ice region with ice giants, that fight was awesome. But the one on Earth, when he fought that big thing with the fire shooting out his mouth, was kind of lackluster. Next one, number 12, is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I just watched that for the first time about a month ago. It was entertaining. Again, I kind of like the plot. I like the fact how they went to the quantum realm and saved Miss Pym, and I like the dialogue between the Wasp and Ant-Man. Times it made me chuckle, but overall, like I said, I really didn't follow this in the comics as well, but it was okay. Number 11 is Doctor Strange. I'm a Doctor Strange fan. I like the origin story. One thing I really didn't care for was some of the fight he had with Dormammu. Didn't like that design and stuff, but the way that he finally got the upper hand over Dormammu and keep reversing time, I like that. Thought it was awesome. I like the Ancient One and how she explained stuff to him. It was pretty good. I like Doctor Strange. Number 10, Age of Ultron. I like this movie a lot. I especially like David Spader, who played Ultron, the voice of Ultron. He is one of my favorite actors. Correction, James Spader. I thought this movie was well written. I did not like the way that Quicksilver was killed. I'm thinking a speedster should have seen those bullets. But other than that, I like this movie. It cracked my top 10. Like the way that it showed how Scarlet Witch got her powers. So it was pretty good. Number 9, Captain America, the first Avenger. I'm a Red Skull fan. I like the combat between Red Skull. I like the way that they showed how Captain America got his powers. Kind of showed the relationship between him and how he became like the face of World War II, and then he finally started fighting in it and became how we know as Captain America today. I like the way that they say that he tried to save the world by diving into the cold water. I like that part. Also, Captain Marvel. Now, this is probably going to cause some controversy because a lot of people didn't like Captain Marvel, but I didn't think it was a bad movie. I've seen worse. I will say Green Lantern is worse. But I like the way. Never followed Captain Marvel in the comics, but now I know how she got her powers. And I think she's going to be a bigger character in the upcoming Endgame movie. Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man is awesome. Only Spider-Man I didn't care for was Spider-Man 3, which Marvel had nothing to do with. But Spider-Man Homecoming I thought was cool. I liked the way that Tony Stark upgraded his suit. Different things he had. I like Spider-Man's, his character. I like the way he jokes around and makes smart comments. I like the reboot where they got a younger Spider-Man. The first two didn't cut it, but I like this one. I think he's doing a good job. I hope the next Spider-Man they will introduce the Spider-Sense. That's the only thing I did not like about this. Number 6 is Thor Ragnarok. The best Thor they've made. I like the comedic timing between Thor and the Hulk. Thor and different characters. Like all the color. I like the soundtrack. I like the way that Thor finally found out he did not need Mjolnir. I'm not pronouncing the name right, but you know what I'm talking about. And he had the power of the thunder and lightning and the power of the God in himself. So I like that part. Awesome movie. Number 5 is Winter Soldier. I love the fight scene in the elevator. That is kick-ass. Also, I like the first fight scene, I think when Captain America and Black Widow parachute without parachutes onto that tanker, onto that ship. And the fight scene he had with that first bad guy, I can't think of his name, that was awesome. It showed what a Winter Soldier origin story, and it showed how Captain risked everything to save a friend, and also showed him connecting to the Falcon. So I thought the movie was awesome. Made the top 5. Number 4 is Avengers. Enough said. Fury was able to finally get these people together. 6 of the baddest people on the planet that he could find at that particular time, and they kicked ass. It was true to the comics. It was true to the costumes. The fight in New York was awesome. I loved everything about it. I watched every minute of it. Was ready to just couldn't wait to see the second one. So Avengers, the first Avengers was definitely awesome in my book, and it made the top 5. Captain America: Civil War was even better than the first Avengers. I was Team Captain America the whole time. kind of sour towards Iron Man. Did not understand why he was so bent on signing that contract, but I knew that he felt guilty because he killed that child, or that mother came to him and told him how her child died over there in another country. I understand that, but Captain America, in my opinion, was 100% correct. I wouldn't have signed the treaty either. And I love the movie. It was kick-ass. Number 2, Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. That's all I can say. I liked everything about this movie. The only thing I did not like, and I know you're going to take some heat, I did not care for Killmonger. I understood why he did what he did, but I just didn't like him. I didn't like the fact that he was able to beat Black Panther so easily. It just did not sit with me. But I like the way Black Panther came back, and I think Killmonger is going to be in the second Black Panther. I'm reading some stuff, and I'm thinking, and I'm hearing some interviews said by some of the cast members, and I definitely think Killmonger is going to be in the second one. Last but not least is Avengers Infinity War. This is the cream of the crop, the best out of 21. I loved everything about it. I tell you, I was glued to my seat. I was glued to the screen. I could not wait to the next scene to see what was going to go on next. Thanos was awesome. The way they put it together, Russo brothers, Kevin Feige, the vision, the way they drew everything together, 10 years from Iron Man to now, came to fruition. And Infinity War was the best movie out of the 21 that I've seen. Awesome. There you have it, fans. 21 movies ranked from 1 to 21. I know some of you probably not going to agree with the ranking, but that's a debate for another day. I thank you again for viewing my show, in case you didn't know, and I look forward to talking to you again. Have a great day.